Honorable Governor of Orissa, Honorable Union Minister of Tourism and Culture of India, Honorable Minister of Culture of Odisha, KLF patron and CEO Sri Ashok Kumar Bal, KLF founder, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Namaskar, good morning. Allow me to extend my congratulations to the organizing committee of the 11th Kalinga Literary Festival for your outstanding effort in making this festival as one of the important literature platforms for dialogue and in exchange of ideas in India. KLF has shown the commitment to widespread the vibrant spirit of India's rich literacy heritage and to promote appreciation to the written art. Indonesia is truly honored to be the country partner for this year KLF, as the friendship between India and Indonesia is not only a product of 75 years of formal diplomatic ties, but also a relationship that has been forged over 2 millennia of shared history, culture, and values. Our bilateral relationship has evolved from friends fighting the colonial power, united in our quest for independence, to being partners shaping the post-colonial order, ensuring that our voices were heard on the world stage as newly sovereign nations, and to becoming drivers of Asian century focused on the Indo-Pacific. Honorable Governor, Honorable Minister, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Indonesia and India have been friends for over 2 millennia. This statement is overstatement and understatement at the same time. It is an overstatement because factually, not every part of India knows Indonesia as deep as some states, in particular Orissa. I think to say that the relationship between Odisha and Indonesia are just friends is understatement, because our relationship is much deeper and much complex than just friends. Kalinga, the ancient empire located in modern Odisha, was already famous and strong political power since early history of India. As a maritime power, Kalinga's overseas activities reach as far as Java, Bali, Sumatra, and other islands currently part of modern Indonesia. Through maritime activities, the traders of Kalinga played a significant role in spreading the culture to other parts of the world. A local folklore in Java said that the Prince of Kalinga sent 20,000 families to Java who settled there. In Java and Malay Peninsula, there is the term of Orang Keling, people of Keling. Keling is derived from the word Kalinga. As time goes by, people forget the origin of the word Keling. Even only few people in Indonesia knows that Keling is from Kalinga, which is the ancient name of modern Odisha. Kalinga had very good relationship with Indonesia, not only in the fields of trade and commerce, but also in the socio-cultural segments. The most salient feature of a common heritage is the old practice of writing on palm leaf with an iron stylus. The ancient Balinese manuscripts are all written in palm leaves, like those of Odia. Another example of similarities, floating of small boats during Bali Yatra in Odisha happens also in Bali during Masakapam Kapesi, which is a Balinese festival where small boats with burning candles are floated, symbolizing a person's return to their original homeland. To have a taste of our similarities as well as Indonesia's cultural diversity, I would like to invite you all to our booth during this August event and also watch our cultural dance troupe. Honorable Governor, Honorable Minister, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, culture increasingly important in international relations and foreign policies. Cultural diplomacy is harnessed by countries to promote their cultural distinctiveness, thus enhancing the world's cultural diversity while paving the way to cooperation and dialogue. In a globalized, interconnected world where countries are increasingly interdependent, cultural diplomacy can be critical to fostering peace and stability. By supporting mutual understanding, trust, and exposure to cultural diversity, it enhances international relations in many areas of cooperation. The Act East policy of Prime Minister Modi ji, which includes connectivity, not only talks about the hard connectivity of air, land, and sea, but more importantly about connectivity between people of India and people in Southeast Asia, including Indonesia. And surely, culture holds a significant role as the soft power in diplomacy between and among nations, including between Indonesia and India. Excuse me. It is with this background, Indonesia is the country partner of this year's KLF by presenting a professional cultural troupe and a delegation from Ministry of Culture. Thank you. To give our sincere respect to the 10th anniversary of Act East policy, to celebrate the 2 millennia of cultural linkages, to commemorate the 75th anniversary of our diplomatic relations, and more importantly, to rejoice the bridge of humanity, humility between our two civilizations, culture, history, and heritage. Honorable Governor, Honorable Minister, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, please allow me to quote Mahatma Gandhi ji, who said, and I quote, "A nation's culture resides in the hearts and in the soul of its people." Both India and Indonesia boast a tapestry of cultures, religions, and languages, creating a cultural landscape which is a blend of influences from various regions, sub-regions, and historical periods, resulting in a rich and diverse heritage. Therefore, it is essential to recognize and capitalize on our shared cultural heritage, historical connections, and common values, as it can open new avenues for cooperation and collaboration beyond traditional political or economic interaction. Finally, I would like to express my sincere best wishes for the success of KLF 2025. May KLF be an avenue for India and its partners, particularly Indonesia, to work together to preserve and promote cultural appreciation and deeper connections between nations. Thank you. Terima kasih. Dhanyabad.